them is my cause.
Hey there, Arcadians. This is B from ArcadiaGaming.com. Here to do a box open video with you of XY Fates Collide. Based on some previous feedback we got, apparently doing the very quick highlight kind of type of video, about 15-20 minutes max, worked very well. People generally like to just go in straight to the foils and the rares and the EXs real quick and burning through them, so gonna do the exact same thing on this one here. Probably keep that format a little more consistent for you guys. So, without any further ado, let's get cracking. Stuff. Alright, so we've got a Mew, Snorlax, and then looks like Chaos Tower, Hawlucha, and Altaria. So let's just keep on keeping things consistent here with those. So Mew's ability on this one's pretty sweet. It's just like any other Mew previously. This Pokemon can use the attacks of any of your basic Pokemon in play. You still need the necessary energy to use each attack. But a nice little foil one of those seems pretty good. There's a lot of fighter type stuff in this one. So, foil Whimsicott, got a Rotom, Kabuto, a Loudred, and a Fairy Drop, which heals 50 damage from one of your Pokemon that has Fairy Energy on it. So it's a heal just focused for Fairy Energy. So some of the EXs in this series are fairies, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so we go straight to an Omster Break, and then a Lugia, sorry. Altaria Spirit Link, a Bent Spoon, prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks except damage done to the Pokemon this card is attached to, and a Zygarde. So we're just going to keep the breakdown here for the time being or something. So, Omster Break. Once during your turn, before you attack, you may switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon EX with his or her active Pokemon. Kind of cool. Skip. Go straight to the foil. We got a Bronzor foil, Mega Altaria EX, Alakazam, Fossil, and a Wormden. So her ability is if this Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, this attack does 30 more damage and heal 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. So, it's a sweet little swap there. All around great ability. That in combination with your Fairy Energy heal, you'd be able to do a lot of good stuff with that. Lucario foil. Got a Bronzong there. Brazian, a Fairy Garden, and a Team Rocket's Handiwork. Weezing, Mandibuzz, Fairy Drop, Sinkyo, I can't really pronounce that one, and a Strong Energy. Skip the other stuff. Ooh, Fairy Foil Drop. Or Foil Fairy Drop. That's a pretty interesting way to put that one too. A Fairy Foil Drop. Interesting. Lucario. Ooh, sweet. Double colorless energy. Wormdim, and a Dome Fossil Kabato. That foil looks pretty sweet. So we've got a Vullaby, a Delphox. So, the Psystorm is pretty sweet. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all Pokemon in play. So, if you really want to mess with someone's head, put that sucker up front and say, alright, I dare you to attack me with like 10 energy on the board. We got Wormdim, Lucario. This attack's damage isn't affected by weakness or resistance, it just says 50, but fight alone's kind of cool. If you have fewer Pokemon in play than your opponent, this attack does 60 more damage for each Pokemon fewer you have in play. So if you're only running a very limited kind of deck, you only have maybe 8, 10 Pokemon with evolutions and everything, Lucario is not a bad idea to have on the board with you. Let's see here. Skip. Alright, we got a Larvitar, Mandibuzz, and then some other stuff. Scorched Earth in there. We've got a Foil Wormdom, an Explode, Fairy Garden, Whimsicott, and a Braixen. Different art on the Braixen this time. I think the last one we saw was Breakpoint or Breakthrough. It was a Braixen. I think it was Breakthrough. Foil Fossil Excavation Kit. So put in any combination of Helix Fossil Omnirite, I don't know if that's right, Dome Fossil Kabato, or Old Amber Aerodactyl cards from your discard pile into your hand. So, I see that this entire set has a lot of bench building kind of styles to it. There's like 3 particular Pokemon, as you can see with Fossil Excavation Kit, that there are some old types of Pokemon that evolve from something. Let's see if I can find one. So, like this old Ember Aerodactyl. It's just a trainer item that you can play that lets you look at the bottom 7 cards of your deck. You may reveal an Aerodactyl you find there and put it on your bench. Shuffle the other cards back into your deck. So, in essence, running all 3 of these, all 3 of the Pokemon that go to it, and a few of these, it's a quick bench builder. We got ourselves a Foil Kabato, an Aerodactyl. So, old Ember Aerodactyl to Aerodactyl, and then you can retrieve it back out of your. There's the Helix Omnimite. Omnite. Olmanite. I don't know what that is, but it sounds fun. Lots of this Minccino Barbicle. And then more. Man. They're hammering away at home with this Puccino. I don't know. Maybe it's Italian. It's an Italian style Pokemon. White Kyurem. Okay, so. Oh, then Tyranitar, Dewdong, other stuff. Alright, so I'm going to go over these 2 real fast with you. So, White Kyurem. So its first ability is Burning Icicles, which I think is probably the coolest one there is. If this Pokemon has any fire energy attached to it, this attack does 20 damage to 2 of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So it's a water-based Pokemon that if you attach fire energy to it, you get to do extra damage. And then Tyranitar. So it has an ability called Raging Roar. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon, you may attach a darkness energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon for each prize card your opponent has taken. So if your opponent's taken 4 prize cards and you have 4 darkness energy from your discard pile, they can go on to. So, Dark Mountain costs 5 darkness. It's probably the highest cost one I've seen in a while. Discard the top 2 cards of your deck. This attack does 50 more damage for each supporter card discarded this way. So I would guess you'd run a lot of supporters and darkness and like some sort of ramp to get yourself to that stage 2. And then just discard tons of supporters over and over and over. And then run Verse Seekers to get them back out. Spoink. Kabutops. And then some other stuff. I'm already running over my time limit. Gotta go faster. So Foil Kabutops. Alteriate EX, we'll go over that in a second. Pokemon Fan Club, thing. Okay. So, Alteriate EX. I'm going to give you a quick close-up here. I didn't go over this with the Mega Alteriate EX. I probably should have. So, Powerful Gain. If this Pokemon was healed during this turn, this attack does 60 more damage and heal 30 damage from this Pokemon. And then Shining Wind, which costs 3. During your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon has no weakness. So the Powerful Gain here is really the kind of mover of this entire card. being able to heal damage from yourself, do more damage, and then heal more damage from the attack is pretty crazy. And then in combination, obviously, with the Mist Purge, it's pretty cool. Go to Foil Cottony, a Grumpig, a Lucha Energy Pouch, and a Worm. My last box I opened, I had a foil pouch. Pretty cool. Stuff. Foil Ultra Ball. That's pretty. A Serperior, Omnimite, Zygarde, and a Wormdome. Oh, seeing some good stuff in there. Foil Duosin. There's your Alakazam EX full art. And then Ultra Ball, Power Memory, and Old Amber Identical. So the Power Memory is kind of cool. It's an item card that gives you an extra ability. So, Alakazam EX. Let's give you a quick close-up here. Don't know if I'm in frame or not. Hope I am. When you play Mega Alakazam EX from your hand to evolve this Pokemon, before it evolves, you may put 2 damage counters on your opponent's active Pokemon and heal 3 damage counters from one of your opponent's benched Pokemon. So, okay. Suppression. Put 3 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon that has energy attached to it. So this in combination with the other one that lets you put more damage counters on things as well is pretty cool little combo. I think it was some other one back there somewhere. You know what I'm talking about. Foil Fairy Garden. Ooh, that's a hollow foil? No, it's not. Okay. Looks like it's got a hollow foiling on it. Maybe that's just a misprint? I can't tell. There's like 5 lines of foiling on this. Across the image, it's like a hollow foil, but I can't make it out. I'll have to come back to that one in a second. We'll put that one off to the side to look at. Energy Reset, Servine, Palpitar. Let's come back to that. I didn't recognize that was a hollow foil before. Foil Rotom, a Glaceon EX, and another double color synergy. That's sweet. So, Glaceon EX. This attack does 10 damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. And during your opponent's next turn, prevent... How many damage? A damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from evolution Pokemon. That's really hard to read with that blue swirl there. It's a cool looking card. We got Diglett, Carbink, and a Kabuto. Very fighter driven. The commons just are a lot of repeaters, a lot of them. Whimsir, Mothman. They're driving home this Cappuccino. I'm gonna call him Cappuccino from now on. Even though he's all white. I don't know. It's frothy. I don't know. We'll go with that. So my foil is Carbink Break. Ridiculous, I think. De-evolution spray. De-evolve when you re-evolve Pokemon from the highest stage evolution card on it into your hand. Oh, sorry, I read that completely wrong. It puts it into your hand. I don't know how I read that wrong, but anyways, Carbink Break. Hard to read. Wow. Give you a quick close-up. Hopefully it's in focus. I don't know. Attach 2 energy cards from your discard pile to one of your fighter Pokemon. I got a foil Grumpig. Got an Explode, Zygarde, Wormadam, Fanclub. Explode. Right. Helix Fossil Omnimite. Marowak. Using Lass's Special. Draw a card for each of your opponent's benched basic Pokemon. So if they're running Bench Builder idea, then you're going to be drawing some cards. Let's see here. We got Deerling, Genesect EX, Savine, Sean, another Ultra Ball. That's cool. Genesect EX. Hopefully I'm in frame. Once during your turn, before your attack, you may put a Pokemon tool card attached to this Pokemon into your hand. Rapid Blaster. Discard as many metal energy attached to this Pokemon as you like. This attack does 20 more damage for each energy card discarded this way. So Genesect EX runs similar to Jirachi, my homeboy. I love Jirachi. I wanted to play a Doom Desire deck, but then I found out that it doesn't work the way I wanted to. So I gotta rework my idea. Foil Meowth, another hollow foil white Kyurem. So instead of doing the whole like hollow foil design, there's just like a stripe of foiling on that. I haven't seen that. That's weird. A little different, but cool. They're expanding. Making things new. Delphox Break, Barbicle, and other stuff. So Delphox Break. Flare Wrath with Witch. Something. Flare Witch. Once during your turn before you attack, you may search your deck for a fire energy card and attach it to one of your Pokemon. Shuffle your deck afterward. Cool. We're getting down to the last few here, people. Hopefully I haven't taken too much of your time. Hopefully you enjoyed it thus far. Kingachakan Kabutos, double energy. Kabutops, not Kabutos. Disclaimer, which I'll put in the notes as well, I don't read these names very well. I speak good English. Tyranitar, Grumpig, Dewdong, Fencemoon, Loudred, Happydrid, Mandrid. Audino Spirit Link, a Mega Altaria EX Full Art, Lass's Special Shuckle. So, this is very pretty. Give you a quick close-up of that. Hopefully I'm in frame. Mispurge. If this Pokemon has any special energy attached to it, this attack does 30 more damage and heal 30 damage from each of your Pokemon. So, same thing as before, just different art. That one looks cooler. Personal opinion, please don't take that offensively. Rilo, Comstar, Cappuccino, and some other stuff. Savine, Moltres, Moltaris, other stuff. Last pack, people. Right. We got a foil Burmy. See, now this Delphox has what looks like the entire card art hollow foiled. And that is it. So, hope you've enjoyed this. You can find a lot of our cards for arcadiagaming.com on TCG Player. We are awesome. And you are awesome for watching this video. Thank you for bearing through this with me. And catch you guys later.